the correct answer about the culture of victimhood and why it's so attractive is because it makes life easier.
One of the biggest frauds in right-wing media is none other than Candace Owens.
You know, you can go to towns, move in neighborhoods, you can buy things over, you can open a business downtown Chicago and do business, and I can't do it.
While Muhammad Ali would be ashamed of Owens' antics.
Stop taking away our self-confidence by telling us that we can't because of racism, because of slavery. I've never been a slave in this country.
She is a shill for right-wing billionaires spewing nonsense such as this.
We don't have no property. We don't have no land. We worked 400 years to make this country the wealthiest country on the planet.
And he would school her over and over again on the atrocities committed in this country's history.
The word monkey doesn't offend me, I'm sorry.
Beyond sad. On the flip side,
you my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality.
Ali would take these bigots to task, not cater to them.
I was testifying against their idea that white supremacy is a burden or something, a big threat that's facing Black America, and isn't it a joke? And I spoke specifically about, reparations, because it's just one of the most obvious scams that's before us right now.
Yeah, they disagree here too.
None of you politicians talk about repaying us for the 400 years of slave labor. You're not the ones who slaved us, who lynched us, or raped us.
Because although it's the easy and right position to take, Owens' handlers do not support such a notion. So neither does she.
I don't know why people like being oppressed. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I love oppression. We're oppressed. 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which, by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents did, and it's embarrassing that you utilize their history. You utilize their history, and you come in here with more emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. More emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. It's embarrassing. You're not living through anything right now. You're overly privileged Americans.
Gross, but expected.
You're not the ones who slaved us, who lynched us, or raped us, but your people stole the property and left it with you, and you still guilty because you keep it. All the TV stations, all the lectures, the Ramadians, the Holidayans, all the land, everything is yours. So ain't nothing in politics for us.
And Ali would school her some more on the effects of slavery.
The idea that this country and the success that this country had is because slaves built this country. History betrays this narrative, okay? Let me first say, obviously, we all know slavery was abhorrent. It was an abhorrent practice all over the world, did not begin in America.
All over the world.
And actually did not begin with white people, right? It still goes on today, and it is Black and brown people that keep those institutions up.
Why is Candace Owens parroting white supremacy talking points? Why?
I see dogs on television eating out of the same plate with white people. I see dogs in the buses, and they do everything with the dogs. So I ain't getting nothing the dog ain't got. So really, ain't nothing in this integration. I need some land. I need some jobs. My people need jobs. We need something so we can build and do for ourselves, and we must have some land.
They'd also differ on science.
People that follow me in my show know that I don't back to my children at all.
Some New York City kids are not getting into school this September because that's the law. The law says if your kids don't have their shots for dangerous diseases like mumps, measles, and polio, they aren't getting into school. The law also says they must go to school, so you have no choice. Get your kids their shots. Call 349-2664 to get free shots now. Remember, no shots, no school. It's the law.
After slavery, the Black community was doing better. We were going up, up, up. Then suddenly they socialized our community via welfare policies, and the Black community started going down, down, down.
The epitome of a false narrative.
What's your suggestion? What should be my movement? Integrate?
Yeah, equal rights in a mixed society.
In this society, where you still own the government, you still own the train station, the railroad plant, the electric plant, these television cameras, you still make all the food, you control everything, and I'm like a leech on a dog's back. All I can do is just wait for you. I can't do nothing for myself. Integrating in your society don't mean I'm doing nothing for myself. You doing it all. I want to do something for myself. I'm tired of depending on you.
Ali, who lived through it, quite literally tells Owens she is wrong. The fact is, Owens is paid handsomely to do stuff like this.
When you say make America great again, which period are we talking about? The period when women couldn't vote? The period when we were hanging from trees?
I'll answer.
Or like the crack era? Which period in America are you trying to make America like
So I actually think that I would totally rock a hat right now that said "Make Black America Great Again" because Black America.
Make America.
Before,
We're talking about make America. That wasn't the question.
I am answering your question.
Which period was America great that we're trying to replicate? Which era was it? Tell me.
I think I'll answer your question.
Tell me.
I'm ready to answer your question.
Which era was it?
What?
Which era was so great?
Here's the thing that you guys are forgetting. America was actually one of the slavery was all over the world. All over the world. America was. I'm not saying it's okay. So why are you saying oh?
Hey man.
America was one of the first countries.
I want to like you so bad.
I'm trying to answer your question.
I want to like you so much.
I can't answer the question.
I want to hear you. I want to be able to hear them. I want to be able to hear them.
If I can't answer the question and you're just going to boo when I say slavery was all over the world, which is a fact, why are you booing a fact?
Because you're making light of.
No, I'm not.
You're making light
I
of
haven't
the
gotten to my points. I'm not
of
making
people that look like us. You can't make light of that. That ain't nothing you breeze over.
I haven't even finished the sentence. How am I making light of anything?
You started with some bull.
And with Ali, although he may have not always got everything right, he left a lasting impression on what it means to stand up for what you believe in without selling out.
What would you like people to think about you when you've gone?
I'd like for them to say he took a few cups of love. He took 1 tablespoon of patience, 1 teaspoon of generosity, 1 pint of kindness. He took 1 quart of laughter, 1 pinch of concern, and then he mixed willingness with happiness. He added lots of faith, and he stirred it up well. Then he spread it over a span of a lifetime, and he served it to each and every deserving person he met.
Muhammad Ali, thank you very much.
When we are looking at Candace Owens, and we are seeing what she is doing, and in addition, the opportunities that she is endlessly given to spew nonsense, intentional nonsense, may I add. It's just alarming, troubling, and honestly, insane. It's insane that people eat this up because it is the defense of, well, hang on a minute, that's not right because my black friend Candace Owens said it, so this is how I feel. And she plays up falsehoods. There have been some inclinations that she may be placed in a certain position for certain reasons. What I will say is this. All of her diatribes and rants on slavery, racism, she at one point uttered the Tim Scott line of America is not a racist country. Let me put this to bed. When a high school student was racially abused by white classmates, that person went to the NAACP for help, sued for a ton of money. You know who that person was in high school? Candace Owens. That's why when I see this motivation to the top, but doing it the wrong way, it pains me to say that it is a reflection of the United States. That there are so many people that could be so easily duped, and also others who will sell, as one former Lindsey Graham confidant put it, sell their mothers to ascend. That's what I see with Candace Owens. RIP to the GOAT.